हम लोग को लेना Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sing, everybody sing! Sing loudly! Hare Bol! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Shuka Vacha Iti Ukta Sa Aditi Rajan Sabharta Kashyapena Vai Anuvatestad Vratam Hidam Dvadasaham Atandrita. Shukdev Goswami said, O king, after Aditi was advised by her husband Kashyapa Muni, she strictly followed his instruction without laziness. In this way performed the Payovrata ritualistic ceremony. Very nice few words to meditate. One is laziness, one is independence. So first thing person understands, when he takes shelter of the Acharya, he gives us his independence voluntarily. Devotee gives us his independence voluntarily. The nature is to be independent, therefore they are in the material world. And voluntarily, so the devotee gives us his surrender. Surrender means no independence. Independence and surrender are contradictory. He surrenders. Yes, I'll obey. So that is the nature, and Aditi strictly followed what Kashyapa Muni said. Kashyapa Muni had advised her what she should do to please the Lord. The Lord was already very happy with the austerities of Kashyapa Muni. He wanted to bless him. And now when Aditi also performed austerities to please him with a single focus, how to please the Lord. Fasting, she did so much fasting, she chanted so many names of the Lord, she worshipped the deity of the Lord, she distributed Lord's prasadam, served the Vaishnava, she did so many things with the single focus aim to please the Lord. Krishna was very pleased. Now in the Prabhupada says in the purport two things. Independence, we should not. Independent means today we are gripped by the mind. A very nice example somebody gave. The example was this. When somebody drives a fighter pilot in the beginning, he cannot understand. He is going left, he is going right, he is going up, he is going down. He cannot understand. It is beyond his capacity. But because things move so fast, it's like when you go in a lift sometimes, you feel you are falling. Actually you are going up. So it becomes very difficult to understand in spiritual life what is supposed to be done. It's not easy. Therefore, person instead of following the mind, follows the Acharya. Spiritual life means following the Acharya, not our mind. Mind will give so many justifications or so many foolish things. It will concoct all philosophy, it will distort, concoct, twist, turn. It will do all these things. Okay? So we cannot do that. We cannot follow this or follow our mind. So spiritual life begins by actually accepting an Acharya. Ado Guru Ashram. That's the beginning of spiritual life. Person accepts. Yes, I'll follow you. Srila Prabhupada, I'll follow you. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. That is the beginning of spiritual life. Person gives up his tendency to follow the mind. It just follows the mind means really one kind of personality will come out. And following Acharya means another personality. Okay? He's focused. I'll follow the Acharya. This is how the spiritual life begins. So he gives us as independent. This whole nature is everybody wants to be independent. Aditi wanted some problem, and she went to Kashyapa Muni. Said, okay, I'll give you some direction. Okay, I'll follow that. That means she is giving up her independence. Surrender means no independence. I have no independence now. So sometimes the mind says, I'll do like this, I'll do like that. My dear mind, I'm sorry. Now I've surrendered. I'm just going to follow the Acharya. This is very important principle. The independence and devotion service are contradictory. Okay? There is no independence. Devotee has no. He is not independent. By becoming dependent on Krishna, then he becomes independent. That's a separate issue. Just like Narada can travel to any part of the creation. He is totally independent of the so-called laws of material world. He's totally independent. He moves. Independently he can move around. The laws of nature do not act on him. He is totally independent. But we are not like that. We are affected. So by surrendering to Krishna, therefore it is also said regulative principles of freedom. What is the meaning regulative principles of freedom? That now our mind does not, by following the rules and regulations of the Shastra, actually mind becomes fresh and free. Where the people say independent, this is not independent. No? Suppose I am addicted to smoking. No independence. I am dependent on cigarette. I am addicted to drinking. I am not independent. I am totally dependent. So the people in the name of becoming independent actually become dependent. They don't know how to become independent. Independent means independent of Rajoguna, Tamoguna, harassment of mental energy. That you can happen if you strictly follow the rules and regulation given in the Shastra. Then you actually achieve Satoguna. That is independent. Then mind becomes free. That is independent. So in the first stage is actually we totally surrender. And having surrendered, we are free from all the vices. Mind is fresh and pure. Just like it said, a Brahmana can be idle intelligent. He is actually totally independent because his mind is pure. He doesn't think about vices. But we cannot be like that. We have to keep running, keep ourselves engaged, because mind idle means only thinks about sinful activities. So our independence has to go by becoming totally dependent on the Acharya and Krishna. And as the mind is washed, then freedom comes. Freedom to serve Krishna the way you want. Then freedom comes. Freedom, how do I serve Krishna today? That is freedom. And that also Acharya gives guidelines. Acharya said you can do like this, you can do like this. It's not that there is no creativity. Devotee has a lot of creativity. But overall, by surrendering to the Acharya, becomes free. Even in service to the Lord, the orders for the service, he doesn't take any personal initiative. He waits for the Acharya indication. Prabhupada says sometimes the devotee understands what the Acharya wants before even asking. Yeah, that's wonderful. But anyway, he waits. Prabhupada said no personal initiative. He takes, just like Prabhupada was asked again and again, I tell, why you came to America? I said, my guru ordered me. So always meditation is on the orders. And then he uses his independent how to fulfill that order. Okay, this way I can do, this way I can do. That's also there. So that is how the devotee's life is shaped. So independent nature is not a very good nature in spiritual life. That shows independence nature generally is for sinful activities. People have a lot of ahankara, they want to be independent. By devotee, just like in a spiritual world, we can directly go and serve Krishna, everybody is a pure devotee, but the nature of devotee is dasa dasa anudasa, dasa dasa anudasa, dasa dasa anudasa. So they are always servant of the servant in the spiritual world. That's one part. Second very important point today is laziness. Laziness. Laziness means don't getting over Mangalarti. Laziness. No excuse. I'm lazy. No fever, no headache. Why don't you get up? I'm lazy. So laziness is very dangerous. Laziness is not executing the orders of the Acharya. Laziness is a symptom of Tamoguna. Because of Tamoguna, Satoguna, fresh and energetic. Rajoguna, Satoguna is happy, Rajoguna disturbed, Tamoguna mad. Satoguna is very happy. The person is very happy. Rajoguna is disturbed. Tamoguna, he goes mad. So Sattvic person works. He works very intelligently. A very less time he can do work. But he has a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. Rasic person works like a monkey, jumping here, disturbing to everybody. Modern civilization is Rasic civilization, disturbing. So much sound. Tamoguna just sleeping, not doing anything. Very funny. Tamoguna is very unique. Simply sleep and sinful activity. Sleep. That is Tamoguna. Rajoguna working but mischievous. He is very selfish, working for personal interest. That is Rajoguna. And Satoguna, total prakash, knowledge, happy. Okay. So the sleep is part of the Tamoguna, the lowest mode. The laziness is part of the lowest mode. So we should not be lazy in executing spiritual life. Utsaha. Say we have to advance spiritual life, we need enthusiasm, utsaha, enthusiasm. An opposite of enthusiasm is laziness. So, tired, I'm getting sleep, laziness, that's Tamoguna. And reverse is utsaha, enthusiasm. Okay? So utsaha, nishchaya, dhairya, tat karma pavartana. That is utsaha means enthusiasm. And reverse is laziness. And because of laziness, it is said, Sattvic person, very as a duty, execute the orders. When somebody is Sattvic, orders of the Acharya, he execute with great duty, with energy, with enthusiasm. A Rasic person takes the orders of the Acharya, but when he finds it difficult, he leaves it. That is Rasic. Tamasic doesn't even think of executing the order of the Acharya. Just like Prabhupada says, chant 16 rounds. So, person in Krishna consciousness with love he obeys. That is separate. But we are not in love of Krishna. So next comes Satoguna. When devotee is in Satoguna, he executes Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. He does it. Very nicely execute, finishes the order of the Acharya. Rasic person start Hare Krishna, so difficult. Hare Krishna, very difficult. He keeps it. He tries, but because of difficulty, leaves it. That is Rasic. Bhagavad Gita explains in this way. Tamasic person doesn't even chant, doesn't bother the order of the Acharya. That is Tamasic devotee. Oh, chant, I'll sleep 1-2 more hours. That is Tamasic. Are you finish your rounds? No, I'll sleep a little more. That is Tamasic. Rasic will do Hare Krishna. No taste, no interest, I have no enthusiasm, and leave it. That is Rasic. At least it tries. Sattvic person, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So 3 modes will affect our devotion service. Now you are cooking for the Lord, Sattvic, I got the opportunity to serve the Lord. Very neat, clean, he will do. A Rasic person will do, so hot here, not possible. He'll leave it. He'll try, but he'll leave it. And Tamasic person will sleep, it's not possible. So there are, all devotion service will be affected by Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Satoguna. Reading the Prabhupada book, Sattvic person will every day read 1 hour. To Prabhupada said, read his books 2 hours. 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. He will at least try. At least he will try. Sattvic. The Rasic person will read for some time. I'm getting headache, my body is paining now. And Tamasic person will not even open the book, he'll keep sleeping. So every devotion service is affected by Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Tamoguna is very dangerous. It can destroy our spiritual life. And then Acharya is not pleased. Prabhupada says brahmachari means always should be fresh, utsaha, full of energy and enthusiasm. That is brahmachari. But you should always be fresh and enthusiastic to serve the Acharya. That is how it will be, correct? Suppose you have a company, you have employees coming, all coming to they come like this. You will say, please get out. How we should be there? Should be fresh. Yes, what is the work today? But that's how we should behave in front of the deities, in front of, yes. What are how I can serve you today? That is how we should have utsaha, energy. Utsaha, nishchaya, dhairya. It's very, very important, this principle. In spiritual life, therefore, somehow, because of laziness, if we give up, then we lose the mercy. Something very nice was developing. So this Utsaha has and laziness, true, we discussed is contradictory. So laziness is not conducive, and we should not take for granted the mercy of the Guru and Krishna. Prabhupada says that how much mercy you can get, you do not know. Amount of mercy that the gopis get, you cannot get. They get so much mercy. So much mercy. Highest mercy gopis get. So why should be lazy? We have the greatest of Acharya. We have perfect guide with us. We have the destination, the spiritual world. Now why we should be lazy? We should take the process very seriously. Such a great goal we have made in life. How can we be lazy? We have the most difficult task taken. We have taken a decision to go back to Krishna. Now how can we be lazy? We can't be lazy. We have to make all effort to reach the destination. Otherwise we will not reach. Life is short. We'll die any day. And we want to be lazy. It's foolishness actually. Okay. So the opportunity, that means we do not know. Labdava sudurlabam idam bahu sambhavante. It was the great difficulty we got this opportunity to go to Krishna's kingdom with great difficulty. Sudurlabam. The human form of life is very rarely achieved. And where there is laziness. Turnam, quickly endeavor, Shastra says, but we are lazy. That's our foolishness. So there is no question of being lazy. We see here Aditi executed the husband's advice very enthusiastically. That is needed. Then you will advance in spiritual life. We are not enthusiastic means it will all be waste. This laziness also sometimes, to conclude, comes in ecstasy also. There's one of the ecstasies when devotees, like the gopis, gopas, they sometimes in advanced ecstasy you get laziness. That should not be imitated. Like when the Nanda Maharaj told the Brahmanas, let us circumambulate the nectar devotion list, laziness, one of the ecstasies also. It is one of the ecstasy, laziness, for advanced devotee. When Nanda Maharaj told the Brahmanas, we'll circumambulate the hill, they said, we can bless you. We will not do that. So not that they are lazy, it's an ecstasy. Just like when they are in a spiritual ecstasy, sometimes they shiver, sometimes so many things happen. So similarly, laziness is one of that. Once the Gopas told Krishna, now we are tired, we can't run. So sometimes in spiritual ecstasy, this behavior comes. Originally, all these emotions are there in spiritual plane. In material plane, they come in a very perverted way. Okay? Sometimes devotee out of ecstasy, he doesn't want to do certain activity. But that we should not imitate. We are not doing out of that. We should know where we are situated. If we do not do a particular activity, it is because of tamoguna. Okay? So in this way, we have to shake off our laziness and give up our independence, so that when we execute devotion service with full energy, it is very pleasing to the Lord. Okay? The opportunity in human life is rare. Let us not miss it and continue enthusiastically following the orders of the Acharya. And as the orders of the Acharya are sincerely followed, and as Guru and Krishna are pleased, we make tangible spiritual progress and see Krishna face to face. Srila Prabhupada ki